3, 2,
I'm a lumberjack.
1.
Okay, everything's going night and work all day. I'm a lumberjack. Okay.
Since species.
G'day invaders! Welcome to Sin Species. I'm trying my hardest to stay awake on this one. It is 12 degrees. It's not too cold. It's not great either. 8 o'clock. I'm dead on time. This is the first time I've started on time. I mean, like smack on time in ages. I swear, I've got to get that sound effect set up one day correctly. Here we go! G'day invaders, welcome to Sin Species. Welcome to the new looks Sin Species stream. If you haven't seen it already, I've moved things around and I've sort of got things cleaned up, cleared out the clutter, and I made things a little bit more streamlined here. I even cleared out the viewers. See, no one's watching. It's a Tuesday night. I get it, and this is more for me. This is more for me. Even if no one watches, I'm going to enjoy myself because this is No Man's Sky. This is my training for the big one coming up. It's not far away. We're only a few weeks away from. Come on, what's it called again? Starfield. That's it. Starfield. When that drops, that's going to be huge. I'll be interested to see how many people playing No Man's Sky are just going to fall off a cliff when Starfield gets released. All right, let's change the view over. And I tidied few. Okay, so what happens is Monday I never stream. I've only ever streamed on a Monday a handful of times since I've started streaming. And I reserve Monday for, I call it cleanup day. I go in and tidy things up, get the alerts set right, etc., etc. And hopefully I improve a few things around here. Sometimes I do. Sometimes it's not much happening, just me drawing up thumbnails and calling it a day. But I do try to clear things up to get things sorted out. Hang on, I'll change the view over. So, I've got the alerts set up so that, yeah, when we get something happening, basically, I get to hear it. Now, I'm not hearing the game. I'm barely hearing that. And there's this dickhead outside with his motorbike at 8 o'clock in the night. I don't get that. No. Why do people rev their motorbikes at this time of night? Stooges. Okay, I think I can afford to keep Elgato up a little bit higher. Alright, so the general gist of what we're doing is we found out some big things on the last stream. And in order to clarify and confirm if those big things are actually correct, we need to go to the center of the galaxy. The problem is we spawned in our game at the outskirts of the galaxy. We are as far away from the center, from the black hole, as you'd hope to get. That's not a good thing. I have to work out how to hitchhike and navigate my way all the way to the center. So let's just fire it up, play game. Oh boy. I'm waiting for it to load so you're not missing out on anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Bully!
Bay 1 is in the chat.
Bully Bay 1.
Bully.
Here we go.
Bully.
Bully. How you doing, Bully? We are just firing it up. We just started. You haven't missed anything. You just missed me whinging and complaining about some dickhead outside with his motorbike at 8 o'clock at night. It's not even a proper motorbike. It's one of these dirt bikes that shouldn't be on the frickin' road. He thinks he's so cool. And it's like, dude, get a real bike. That's not a real bike. You rev up a Harley Davidson and then I might be kind of impressed. Pissed off, but a little bit impressed. I like the names of some of these galaxies and planets that go past. They're just, it's like someone's lost it in Scrabble. Actually, if you have a look at the real names of stars, they just look like chemical parts. They're not even like proper names. Okay, so yeah, I got alerts set up. I'm about 90% back to the way I had the stream set up before I did all this new change. By the way, do you like? I got the new beanie. This has just arrived. I've been advertising this for ages and never had one myself, and I finally get one. Hang on. And I've also got the new logo version as well. So I might give that to Zen. We're going up to Gold Coast with Zen in a couple of weekends' time, and I might give that to him and buy another one for myself. I don't know if he'll wear it though. Since Alex Kid. It doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? All right, gaming. There we go. Oh, what are we doing? That's right. Okay, we've got to hitchhike our way to the center of the galaxy. And there's... Hang on. Let's have a check, because there's this purge thing. And the purge, reset the galaxy. Reset the simulation. So basically you find out, or you believe, that the galaxy is nothing but a huge simulation. And you are stuck inside a shitty 286 IBM. And the frame rate is not doing too good. Now, so anyway, so progress towards the galactic center. I have faced the Atlas once more. I do not know how to process what I've learned. See, here he is. You guys can hear that. He's doing laps around the block at 8 o'clock at night on his fucking motorbike. Come on. Anyway, the Atlas is everywhere because we are all part of the Atlas. Sounds like the Matrix. It is a machine, a simulation.
Everybody say a Spacey's sized hello to Emerald Rangers. The biggest, sloppiest and most moist sauce bottle on Twitch.
Moist.
How you doing? Emerald Rangers, if you want me to open up the doors to the guest room, let me know and I'll swing those doors open in a moment. But the machine is being destroyed. Something is happening to the Atlas. I can feel it pulling me towards the center of the galaxy to some great cleansing. You just woke up. I just feel like I woke up too. Okay. Reach the black hole. Progress to the galaxy's center. Reset the simulation. It's all heading into one path. We've got to get to the center of the universe. Or galaxy, I should say. We'll be there in 5 minutes, waiting for the coffee to kick in. All right. What do you get? Don't tell me you're an instant. I'm not an instant coffee snob, but life's too short is all I'm saying. The The planet actually does spin. The stars do spin around. The planet does actually rotate. I'm actually curious to know if you are on a planet that has a shorter day span, do the stars rotate quicker? Can you see that? The stars are slowly moving. You're normally a boss drinker. Emerald Rangers loves to suck on his boss. Let's get some of that salt. Isn't that what sodium nitrate is? Salt? Something similar. Alright, just bear with me. I'm getting my bearings. It's a pretty big galaxy. Don't want to get too lost. Alright, I reckon we should get into the Viney. Check out the rings. So we have to somehow work out our way across the galaxy. We're not going to get far piss farting around on this planet, on this moon or planet, whatever it is. Holo holds coordinates for the black hole and Atlas. Travelers, healers, and areas named nanites. Change active. What? I like how your stream censored the boss comment. Did it? I didn't even notice that. It's come out, or the message came out okay on my end. Purchase technology blueprints or new base parts aboard Anomaly. Undertake missions. Huh. Maybe we don't have to make our way hitchhiking across the galaxy after all. Path towards the black hole. Oh, I'd hate to be a spaceship on my own, especially after eating a lot of spicy food. I'm pretty sure there's like a... Oh yeah, there wouldn't be an air vent system, would there? Because you can't pull in new air. Progress towards the galaxy center. Alright, I'm at a loss. There's all these side missions, but you can't be bothered to do them because they're not the end goal. And I guess I can do them later. Alright, let's just go into space. Yeah, you can't crack the window open, can you? Because speaking of getting sucked, you'll be sucked out. Okay. Let's check out the GPS. We've got nothing in the hyperdrive.
Technology recharge.
I'm going to see if I can get some more fuel in the rings. Unless the rings are just for show and they're not actually any rocks or anything there. My side missions are to do the dishes and the washing. Can't be asked doing that. I'm the same. The dishes are dirty at the moment. Too busy on the big epic boss fight of scrubbing the dunny. We're traveling through the ring and there's nothing in the rings. The rings are empty. I need fuel. Sentinel interceptor signature recorded. Ship appeared to be in distress. Consult the galaxy map. Alright, so the current location is the system Sonic the Hedgehog. If you have a look in the top left, you can see the galaxy core. We are to the right or east. Yeah, I don't know if you call it east in space, but anyway, we got a long way to go. So I've got to work out how to get to the freaking center. All right, black hole. And we need fuel to be able to hyperdrive. Journey to the west, quite literally. I don't care about the distress signal. I got more important things to worry about. It's not real anyway. None of this is real. That's not a real person in distress. That's a simulation. Okay, that's not what I wanted. I need uranium. Ay, ay, ay. This game, never ending. Oh, we just need to... Oh, we need ferrite dust. God damn it. And I don't think you can get that in space. That's only available on planets. I think. I'm not sure. You know what we might do is actually look for a space station and see if we can just teleport to a place, a location maybe that's closer. Those moons look like a booty. Great name for a punk band. Simulations in distress. That was tritium. I don't know if that's of any use. Oh, it's just silver. So you got different kinds of asteroids. Asteroids that can explode when impacted, or ones that just morph as you shoot it. Their terrain changes. All right. It's not actually giving me the location of a space station. Are you joining now? All right, let's open that up while we're in hyperdrive. I think that's what they call it. Oh, I might have to give you a new... Oh, no, you are there. Okay. I think you're there. Wake up, I can see you now. Wait, where are you going off to? while we're waiting for Retro Kaiser to wake up, I'll check out where we are now. Looks like a Chico roll. Alright, well this is a really empty part of space. I'm so sorry.
Hostile scan detected.
Alright, bring it on, you scumbags.
Warning. Threat detected.
They want my acid. They think my acid is valuable. Come here, you scumbags. Alright, that's one down. BGG mean? What does BGG mean? Hey Google, what does BGG stand for? Blonde Guy Gamer? No. Board Game Geek? No. Hey Google, go home. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, say hello to Retro Kaiser. I think that's how you pronounce it, isn't it? I don't know. Not asking you, Google.
I go by many names, and that is.
Do you actually believe what you're saying there?
I don't know if you could hear that.
I could hear the mumblings of your.
No, top loader.
Device. Top loader.
Yeah. Hang on, I actually got to pull you down a little bit. Or maybe I can... you can go in the top left. How's that sound?
I was trying to go for a gag before I was trying to find mice in Spacey's beanie. Go for like a uniform thing.
No.
To what the age does. I'm not talking about the Melbourne newspaper. I'm talking about the other games experience.
Oh, they have a home and away system, don't they? I don't know. Alright. I'm quite literally lost.
Lost in space.
Funny that. It keeps wanting me to see this distress signal. I really can't be bothered. I need hyperdrive fuel. Do you know what? I'm just going to go to a planet and grab me some fuel. Pain in the ass.
Planet Mobile?
While you're at the survey, can you pick us up some milk? Let's go to this unknown planet. It's a good enough excuse. Alrighty. I'm sure there's going to be like some shortcut way of making it to the center of the galaxy. I just haven't sussed it out yet. Like a hidden
wormhole or something.
Something like that, yeah. I can't expect you to be bussing it all the way to the center. That will take way too long. Oh, this is going to take a hot minute. Okay, we'll just... How was your day?
Boring. Did nothing but grown-up stuff.
Oh, sorry.
Dishes.
Oh, sorry.
Did dishes, did a bit of exercise, and I did like a big walk around the town.
That's what I forgot to do. I forgot to put your name next to your, and so people coming to my stream for the first time don't get confused as to who this channels this is.
Yeah, spell my name correct this time. It may be Retrocast, but it's spelled as like sex guru or something like that.
Okay, got it. Hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
Chick magnet. Well, this getting around in space takes forever, doesn't it? Just before I started my stream, Streamlabs decided to just lose all information, like all my settings, and I had to sign back in again. Luckily, they had all the screens and the scenes set up and saved, but all of the actual settings for the program resetted. So it said, "Do you want to use suggested stream settings?" I'm like, "We haven't given me much of a freaking choice, have you now?" So if the stream is not looking great, that's because Streamlabs changed it. What are we calling this planet? Not that we're going to probably come back to here ever again.
What systems haven't we used yet? Have we used links? Planet links?
Well, if we have, we're going to get another links.
Dual links. I know we've used Mega Duck. We haven't used Supervision. We
Wow,
haven't
this is
used Gamecom
one
yet.
rocky planet. This is so damn hilly.
Rocky system. Oh, have we played like Coleco? No, I think we've got Coleco Vision.
I don't think we have. Turret, we can call it the 50. What was it, the 5200 or 5600? 5200, isn't it?
52.
That's it. We're going to call it 5200. People are not going to get that relevance. There is absolutely nothing on this planet.
I'm just thinking, there's another one you can use, 64 double D, and then this is 64 Distro, but when people hear 64 double D, they probably think something else.
Bra sizes? We're doing bra sizes now? Trying to see if there's any hint of life form here on this planet. There's
If
just
we're doing that, we might as well name the planet Dolly.
yeah, I've got all my settings fixed up, so now I can do the events, the celebrations again. Oh, and I hope you don't mind, by the way, when we're doing Switched Up Sunday, that I don't have you in on that, because it.
Oh no, I don't want it all. Give me a break.
But do you know what I mean? Like, if you're in the chat, I'm chatting to them. It's just gonna get.
And it gets crowded there anyway.
It does. It's already like so many people there as it is. I stress out as it is during those streams.
I mean, I've seen you struggle to read the chat on those streams. What's going on? But Brian, there is a little thing that I want to fuck that up big time. But I don't know if you get this, but I do tend to get sick of seeing myself on every single episode. So it's
No,
not
you
the
help.
guest
You help, especially like okay, for example, tonight there's nothing happening, so no, you're not really helping now. You're just keeping the chat moving. But no, but I mean when it.
Brian.
No, you're right. A wall of flame detected. What the frick? And there'll be a slight chance of flames tonight. Moving in a southerly direction. When the stream is busy and I'm trying to concentrate on what the hell's going on in the game, yeah, keeping up with chats is shit. So that's where you do really help.
And to the people that watch it, it also helps that he doesn't actually pay me. I'm cheap and I have no life, so I'm practically a free employee.
If I was making significant money, I would drop you a coin or two for sure.
Nice.
If I ever
probably
did
piss
get
it-
big.
You know, that's probably not a good idea. You know what pisses them away on games, right?
Sorry, you what?
So you know that's not a good idea. You know what probably pisses away on games and news, right?
Oh, you're just copying the alerts. No, that's a real good egg move. If it was me, I'd spend it on booze and cigars. This is a hot wall of flame. Look at it. What a shithole. What's the system is famous for overheating?
360.
We haven't got a 360 already, haven't we?
I don't know. PS4 is another one.
Oh, we'll call this 360. No, the Elite didn't. We'll call it the 360 Arcade Core. Oh, I don't think this is a good idea. What?
I've got a satellite text over here.
Yeah, after an hour.
Yeah. it has, like,
I had one that
these,
used to
like-
turn off after an hour, and I'm like, yeah, that's not good, ideal.
My system is weird. I mean, like, it plays fine, but you like constantly turn it off and on again and get to the point where it adds more pieces up, and then when it comes up with a video screen, it just goes all black and white and refuses to read the disc. It's like, I'm too tired. I'm too tired. It was like that when I got it. Flipping heck, that was like nearly 20 years ago now. Was that when I was only in school?
It spins me out when I see YouTube videos by people, say in their 20s, and they're talking about, yeah, I remember buying that console when I was only when I was only 6 years old, and I'm like, wait a minute, you're calling the GameCube new? Like, I mean old, sorry, I should say old. Because I still see them as relatively newer systems. I'm living in the past, man.
Fun fact, big deal fact is to everyone else. The GameCube was the first console I ever bought with my own hard-earned money.
So you're doing it again. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm old enough to remember the transition from arcade to consoles.
I do too. I still remember a time where console versions of games were nowhere near as good as the arcade version. Then right as when, I want to say the Dreamcast, maybe late PlayStation and Saturn.
Oh, there's
that's
one
when it
game in
started to
particular.
overtake the
Yeah.
arcades.
There's one game in particular. Dead or Alive. No, not Dead or Alive, sorry. Soul Calibur. That game proved that the arcades were gonna die. Before it was like, maybe one day the consoles will get good. Maybe. We kept hoping. And it's a case of careful what you hope for, because one day it might come true. And it did. And it was kind of sad to see arcades no longer hold that dominancy that they had before. I'm seeing nothing on this planet, so I
That's
might.
a shame because they were a great excuse to leave the house.
Alright, let's just.
Although, as a kid, arcades always depressed me as much as they amazed me. It's like, you got all these cool machines, like all these flashing images, like, ooh, what does this play like? What does this play like? Here you are, 5-year-old kid. Open up your pockets. I got nothing. Can't play any of them. Meanwhile, my dad was just like, shut up, son, and he's playing pinball. Well, he didn't say shut up, son, but he was busy playing the pinball tables.
I'm busy, go away. That's what he'd be saying.
Although
what do we call it?
he did introduce me to a lot of really cool arcade machine though. He wasn't like that greedy, but when he played pinball, he was really into it. But he was one of those. Well, he still is one of those. He's not dead, but he still is one of those guys. Like if he saw something interesting, he'd introduce all these kids to it. He liked to share gaming.
All right, we just named it 360, and so I've just. Oh, there are animals on here. Okay.
I was
There's
gonna
no-
ask you a question, but this sounds very silly now. I was gonna ask you what was the first arcade machine you saw, and it's in your name.
Phoenix was the second game. I actually remember that.
Fantastic one.
And Phoenix is an awesome shooter, and it's the first game to feature an end-of-level boss, to my knowledge.
Phoenix was an awesome progression in that number of video games as well. It was like a lot faster, a lot more difficult.
And
Felt like very
it was
early bullet hell.
it was the first game to introduce a button that isn't just for shooting. Like, so Space Invaders was just shooty. But then there was Phoenix coming along, and it's like, there's a second button. What does that do? It was a shield button that when you press it, you were given a force shield for like 2 seconds, I think it was.
Yeah, that game wasn't that much longer after that.
It was around the same
I nearly
time.
called Space Invaders.
I do it, alright.
Yep. But it's amazing amazing to see how like quickly that the arcades were evolving.
I still like games that really spun me out for the first time. There's not many. A lot of games you just go, oh yeah, that's kind of cool. But games that I mean truly made me go, oh, okay, this is different. Space Invaders, of course. Then Asteroids.
Oh,
Have you seen the actual arcade version of that?
yeah, that's trippy because isn't it just like
It's vector graphics. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's sharp. They're not like pixels or anything. So that
No,
when you
if I
see
recall,
that,
the frame rate is very smooth as well. It's like something.
it was a high frame rate. So when you're watching that for the first time,
what the consoles could do at the time.
yeah. So when you're seeing that for the first time, it's like, why does this look so good? We didn't know about frame rates back then. That meant nothing to us.
Yeah, because I've noticed when you play like a console sort of an arcade game, you always notice like you can't put your finger on it, but you feel like that this plays a little slower than what it did in arcades.
Yeah.
Like, there's just something slightly off.
But you
about
couldn't
it.
put a finger on what it was that was
Yeah.
causing it. Yeah.
I've got a question. When you first saw Space Invaders, what color was the screen?
Oh,
Like, did it have,
it
like, a
was
little
black and
colour
white.
overlay?
No. The
Black
first
and
one
white?
was black and white. Yeah.
Yeah. I know
And then so the milk bar that I played it at had the stand-up machine, and there was like a takeaway food store down the road that got a cocktail one, because like this was a small little suburb town. Everyone was getting arcade machines because it was like money on tap. People were just spending up massively on these things, and that was fat profit. Like if you could be able to not just rent the machine out but actually afford to buy it, you're getting all that profit. The problem there is that that machine might only be interesting for a couple of months, and then a new machine comes out and makes that one kind of boring and no one wants to play it after a while.
Yeah. Like I remember like takeaway shops having those who like granted this was like at the tail end of it.
Yeah.
Like when I was seeing them more in like when I was seeing them in like the fish and chip shops, like all the machines are like really being down, a lot of them out of order. And if you mainly wanted to play like a brand new arcade machine, you have to go to some pretty weird places. Like, sure you can find arcades, but they really weren't, you know, all that common here in Australia if you think about it. Like maybe limited to like one big one per city. Like you have to go to like the big cities to find them. But if you go to places like the petrol stations, you can always find like a Midway arcade machine there. If you go to a bowling alley, they always used to have like an arcade machine section, which was awesome.
Sorry,
Or
I
if
just
you,
had a flashback to a gag. And go, one must usually go to a bowling alley to see a woman of your structure.
Or there was an airport that was in the same town where I grew up in, and they used to have some arcade machines in there too. And the machine that I remember them having mainly was they had a cocktail table of Time Pilot.
Time Pilot was so good.
Yeah, like that's a game you have to really play on cocktail to get the full experience. Cause like it's not just like a statue, it's like whole 360. So you look down, it's sort of like you get like the best view of it, but if you're playing like standing up, it's not the same. It's not the same.
I hope the audio is okay. I hope they can hear you loud and clear, because I haven't done a check. So.
Well, I better test that out.
Oh no, you're loud. You're coming into the yellow. I'm too loud. Actually, I just realised. I'll turn my audio down a bit. Okay, so that's a lot better now. Okay.
But when you're talking about arcade machines that just blew you away, in my case, it was one of the first arcade machines I ever saw, Street Fighter 2. Just seeing this
Was that one of the first you saw? Okay.
Yep. And I was just amazed when I saw it. There was like this big green guy with like orange hair electrocuting people. There was an Indian guy stretching out his limbs and breathing fire. But the thing that got me was the backgrounds. I just thought they were incredibly fascinating for the time, especially Dalsum said it was like, ooh, elephants. I mean, it looks
it's
nothing
really
now, but But back in the day, the sight and sound of that game was just massive. There was nothing like it.
It's really weird because now I've got an arcade one-up machine that's got that game. It's not a proper size arcade machine. I will get that one day, but it is a bit of a spin out that I'm sitting here with a Street Fighter 2 machine there. But back in '92, if I had that, I'd have people lining up to play that. It was that big.
You could probably make money pimping out that machine too.
I wouldn't put that in the wild. That thing wouldn't last long. It's not. It's the arcade one-up machines don't do well against like scumbags using it. You know what I'm talking about. The people that just don't give two shits about looking after the machine and not smacking it.
They play it like brutes, right? Brutes.
What are we going to call this system? We're going to take ages. We may as well name systems as we go along.
I know we got N gauge in the last session.
No, this is the actual system.
Oh, system.
Yeah.
Have you got Neo Geo?
No, but for the system, what can we call it? We'll call it.
You haven't Master.
We'll call it. No, we'll call it Street Fighter 2 SF2.
Street Fighter 2. And the next one needs to be called Super. The next one needs to be called Super Street Fighter 2.
And it's got 5 planets. Let's find out. Let's.
I know I've talked about this before, but I remember being really annoyed with Street Fighter 2 back in the day because it was before they had boss characters as playable, characters.
Right.
Because you see someone get to the end, you see an empire, and you're like, ooh, he's a cool looking character, and you try to figure out how to play as him, you just can't in the early version.
Oh, Kuma, you haven't watched High School Girl, have you? Yet.
I still need to watch that.
Did you get off your ass and watch that? It is so worth it. What is this big ass planet that I'm right near? That just looks like a lump of cereal.
The only scene I'm familiar with High School Girl is when they talk about turtling.
That is so good. That is so good that they actually put that into the plot. And it's not like a small thing, it's like a big part of that episode.
I do have some nasty memories as a kid, like I could play it well enough, but as soon as you get to Guile, that's when the game just rips you a new one. Then you read history, find out that Guile was purposely harder than the rest of the characters in that game, or in that version, just to get the just to munch down the coins.
Hang on, they keep going on about this item in distress, but you can't seem to find it. I hate this map. I reckon I should just skip through and drive through. You gotta, man, look at how big this is. This is ridiculous. Can you see all those jumps I gotta make?
That's gonna take a lot of resources.
Alright,
This is where cheat codes would come in handy.
We named the solar system and said, fuck this, we haven't got time for this, we're just going drive on through.
Other arcade games were completely amazing back in the day. One of them was actually they're all fighting games from the thing.
I vary. I used to always get the fighting games given to me to review for the magazines, but they were kind of cool. But I actually preferred shooters and stuff. I just never got them given to me to review.
And yet, yeah, you seem to be more of a Musha guy. Well, you are a Musha guy. We never got that in Australia, didn't we?
Not officially,
like
no.
No.
And I've only ever seen it twice in the wild. Once back in like early '90s. Don't know why I never bought it. I think it was because I had it on disc and I said screw it, I don't need it, and I regret that big time. And the other time was in Osaka.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what Mega Drive games I saw in the wild
Well,
back in the day.
I got your message. It's been a lot to take in. A simulation. Everything's not real. It feels like it doesn't matter, I suppose. Not if we're going to die anyway. And I've been thinking about that. Have you? Or are you a simulation just processing electricity? If the problems of this universe are due to the Atlas crying for help, then it's been crying for a long time. Those 16 minutes, I'll bet we have years before we die.
Certainly feels like it.
Yeah. Ask what they plan to do. Ask why they're not upset. Now ask what they plan to do. I've been thinking a lot about it. Yeah, how we couldn't meet even though we seem to be standing in the same place. I don't think we were really in the same location at all. I think all those portals, they don't transport us. They transform us. They cut through dimensions. This is Star Trek talk, man. That's what I think anyway. It's the only way I can explain it. And if the walls between worlds really are falling, maybe we'll be able to have a drink together before the apocalypse, after all. Thanks for your help, man.
I've got a prediction to how this mission ends. I predict that that big black testicle thingy, I predict it's just gonna make an Evangelion reference go, congratulations.
I still haven't watched. I've watched the last episode of Evangelion, Neo Evangelion, whatever it's called, Genesis. It's a messed up episode. It's beautiful in the story it's trying to tell, but it's so simplified that it's like. Have you seen it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Which one are you talking about? Which ending? Because there's been a few of them.
Oh no, of the first main series.
Are you talking about Death and Rebirth, or
Yeah, so all the episodes up until that point were extremely well animated, well voiced, and the plots were in depth, and they were kind of cool to watch, right? And then the last two episodes just fall to shit. Like, it is just like really abstract. They're using really dumbed down, cartoony, like preschool drawings of these characters, and there's just a lot of the main character just contemplating what the fuck's going on, and that's all. That's all you see. And then the series ends, and it's just like, and I've heard stories about how when it originally aired, there was major uproar about how fucked it was that it just ended like that, and everyone was just like, no, we demand closure, we demand a proper ending. So I think it was like the next year or a year after they released that movie to kind of give closure, and then they just kill off one of the main characters, and I'm like, what? He goes, all right, fine, you want closure, here. And then one of the main character that everyone loves gets carks it. Sorry, spoiler alert. It's a 30-year-old cartoon. Sorry.
That makes me feel old.
Do you know the character I'm talking about that gets killed off? Yeah. Of all the characters they could have killed off, why? I mean, she was a bitch at the start, but you really liked her towards the end.
There's some pretty insane trivia, like, outside of the show about Evangelion. Like, did you know that it was based on a manga?
I kind of guessed that was the case.
Yeah, but here's the weird thing. Guess when the manga ended?
No, I don't know.
It ended like in 2006, 2007.
Oh, okay, so fairly recent.
The show ended. Yeah, but then again, the story in the manga is like completely different than what they adapted it as. It's like might as well be its own unique thing. So
I'm just struggling.
That's my brother. I'm coughing in the background. Shut up.
Hey, that wasn't me. You can cough your lungs up. I couldn't hear it. I haven't got you turned up too loud anyway.
Well, what's the other truth? Oh yeah, I don't know how true this is, but I did hear about how that show aired in Japan. Guess what time apparently it aired in Japan?
Like what its original runtime was?
Its original time slot was
No idea.
Like 5 o'clock in the morning.
No, really?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Granted, this was like 20. This was like 20 years ago, but
That's
then again,
mental.
Cowboy Bebop when that. But then again, Cowboy Bebop when that originally aired in Japan, that aired like dinner time, which really balked that series because they couldn't air half the episode, and what they could air, they had to edit it down to be like appropriate for the time slot.
There's one. Have you watched Golden Boy?
I still need to watch that. I know it's up on YouTube.
There's one. There's
I've
one
seen bits
episode.
of it.
We're gonna call this Galaxy Golden Boy Galaxy in honor of because no one's ever gonna visit this galaxy anyway.
But from
I
what
mean,
I've
this
seen of
system.
it, it's an incredibly pervy show, and I like it.
It's great. It is so damn good. Not just because of the pervy nature of the main character. He comes in and out of being pervy. Like when I say pervy, I mean super ultra pervy. But then he goes into being really wholesome and wants to do good, and he actually means well. And then he'll slip back into being just pervy and desperate. But
Very true,
they,
Sinister.
they when they played that on the air for the first time, all of the sponsors just ran fast. They would not touch it with a 10-foot. Hello, friends. I'm late and probably won't be here long. The one I
so
call
that's where
Boss
that's where the
Lady
hummus went.
is my partner
some
for
left?
the second half of this
Okay.
shift, and things got a bit crazy. I'm not completely comfortable watching a stream in her presence. I stepped away, but I don't know when she'll be back. I'm trying to work out what he does for a job. Like, I don't want you to dox yourself, but he keeps saying that it's like a shift. Is it a drive-through? He's watching Synth Spaces while serving customers in a drive-through.
I've actually got a vivid imagination. Do you remember The Incredibles, that movie?
I haven't actually
Picture of,
watched it.
Then I don't want to know if you care about spoilers or not.
I don't care. It looks.
But early in the movie when
The show
when
looks
Mr.
so not interesting to me.
Early in the movie when it shows like the heroes like, you know, true identity or secret identities, you got the big muscular like Mr. Incredible. It's like big muscles and he's got like a tiny desk, it's like an insurance salesman.
Right.
Just trying to avoid the boss who's like this little person, you know. big
Oh,
guy
okay,
with,
but
like,
they're
that's always a
super
funny
intimidating, even though they're only tiny. Okay. Only person I've ever had that was like that was an ex. She was super tiny, ex-girlfriend, and but she was nasty piece, real nasty. We've achieved warp 15 times. There's going to be more than 15 times. I can tell you that much. I'll tell you one thing: the beanie is hard to wear headphones. Sorry.
True Sinister's back from ad break.
He missed half the stuff.
But anyway.
I don't know what this means. It keeps popping up these messages on the screen, but I don't know what to do with that.
Is there like an inbox in this game?
No, there's only this shitty two-way. Hello, Breaker. Do you hear me? Roger. Alright, what are we calling this galaxy, and then we'll move on.
Bubsy.
Oh God, really? What do I ask you? Alright, Bubsy it is.
That's an even better question. Why do you ask me? Because you know you get nothing but chaos from me.
Well, it's only got 3 planets, so it's not that big of a deal.
You know what's sad? There's only really one good Bubsy game, and that's for a system that no one played. That was for the Jaguar. Yeah, Bubsy 3, Fractured Fairy Tales.
Is there any fuel around here. Oh, there's a gas station. Hang on.
True Citizen says, I'm not scared of her, maybe just a little. But it's different when she's here.
Yes, boss.
Yeah, she's like, she's catching you watching Citizen Spaces. Get back to work! And
Yeah, exactly. Oh, put the brakes on. I just saw fuel. Oh, it's just platinum. It's just platinum. That's all. Although that could come in handy, I think. I don't know.
True Citizen says, most of you guys are having the biggest party ever otherwise.
Oh,
I feel more like I'm suffering the biggest hangover otherwise, because there was a really big party on this channel the other night. That was the Switching Up Sunday stream.
I would like to get a stream where we just get tons of interactivity.
I was
And-
gonna say tons of drinks.
Oh, that too. But with the other guys in the chat popping. That'd be kind of cool. And I'll do my best to catch up, because I'm pretty shit at reading out chat when it gets busy like that. Alright, so we've just found a news station. I like how this dude just rocks around in his cape. Like he never takes it off. I'd be wearing track pants and shit in my space. I'd be such a sloth.
Yeah, you'd be flying a spaceship that looks like a big giant Adidas shoe.
I was gonna say there's no one on this spaceship, but there's merchants. Okay. Yay, we got a new. We're gonna
They're probably
upgrade.
Like, oh god, finally customers!
I want to see if I can sell some of my spaceships. Starships. Claim scrap worth 3,400,000. What's this for? Is this for my? Oh no, I don't want to scrap it.
I was about to say, have you ever been to a shop that's had like no customers for a while, and you can tell because the
Oh, they're
sales
sipping
are
on
different,
fucking tea or something, and you walk in, and then
and when you,
they freak
they
out.
they freak out and they try to do everything for you not to go until you buy something.
Please don't go. I haven't spoken to anyone in months.
I've only had that happen to me once. Watch shop and had these cool little cigar and I was like, oh, cool, how much are they? 300.
Bye.
Bye, but the guy did like practically trying to grab my leg, trying to get me to, but it's a good deal. They won't last for long. Please buy something.
Oh, he's a weird looking rooster. Okay. I'll sell some shit so that I can clear up some room. I like how you can sell the suspicious arms. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, rocking to EV games. What can you sell us, good sir? I've got these suspicious packages for $2.
I can only do $2.
Mm-hmm.
Sell the gold.
I remember being 17 years old, just trading away my Game Boy Advance collection just so I
I
could buy
never
some
sold
PS3
anything. I sold a oh, what was it? What were those shit? They weren't amiibos. What were the other ones that they had? That were
games.
big and
Not Kotaku,
Kotakus. They sell shit articles on an NPC. Skylanders. That's it. I had a Skylanders Xbox 360 game, and I bought it thinking I might be interested in it, and it was just shit. I just did not like it at all. So I traded it in, and I got barely anything for it.
Yeah, it's sad when I was creating my GBA collection. They had a list of how much the games were worth. Like they were actually looking at a list of like what to actually buy the games for. So I had like these games 20 cents, $2. Can't sell that. That's a bootleg.
Hey, I just got a trophy. Trophy get. Hang on. Where's?
And there was this one game. I forget what it was, but they said, "Ooh, $5." I find it too much of a hassle to sell to places like that. I just prefer just to give away the games to people that will appreciate them. Although I have had situations where I'm like, "Hey, you'll like this game," I give it to them as a present. Then 5 minutes later, they put it on eBay. Thanks, Sam.
Assholes. All right.
Yeah.
Now I gotta see if going to any of these other space stations will get me closer to the center of the galaxy. Problem is, I have no way of knowing just by looking at this. This alone. So I just have to go in and out of random. Alright, let's go to the... Hang on, we should name this station. Or is it just...
Station.
No, it's called the Bubsy Station, I think. So...
Bubsy Station.
Because if I can shred off some time rather than hyper jumping from system to system. Quan Terminus?
Yes,
Well, which one is it? I don't even know which one we started on. I think it is the Alex Kid. Let's just go there. Going to Alex Kid. Actually, I just realized I got to get you moved over to the left a little bit. There we go. It's not. Sorry to shove you.
Careful of dragging that box around. Ugh.
Just wanted to make it look a little tidier, that's all. Because when you buy these layouts, they don't set up it up for you. They just give you suggestions and you got to do it all yourself. But with owned OWN 3D, their ones, they actually give you some example ones that you can use, which is really cool because then you can just put them in and you, if you want, you can just run with the way they lay it out and not change it at all, or you could just modify it slightly to put your branding in that, etc. Hey, we got Alex Kidd in the chat.
That's wonderful, apparently.
So you can't check your galaxy map when you're on a planet or on a starship. That sucks. All right. Oh, we're on the other side of the galaxy now. Ah! I don't think there's going to be any in between. I think it's going to be either left or right. So now we're on the west side, yeah. And now we're going to make our way to the center from the west. I'll stick with this. That sucks.
But is it any closer though?
I think it is a little bit closer. So... Alright, yeah, this is the Alex Kidd system discovered 1 week ago. And we've got a 3DO planet, a Nomad, and a Game Gear in this system. And I think we should just head off. Get the fuck out of here. Alright, let's
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
See, they keep doing this distress sentinel interceptor. Appeared to be in distress. Consult the galaxy map with down. So I go down, go to galaxy map. I don't see where this.
Unless you have to really zoom in.
Oh, is that what? Hang on, I think it's that. All right, let's go. I'm getting distracted already, and I got trillions of kilometers, light years to go.
Yeah, are we there yet?
Shut up, kid. You're not even going to survive the trip, so shut up. Quite literally, you're not going to survive. Dad needs to find a bloody warpole, alright? Now just shut up. I never did those family trips. And it spins me out to this day that people keep going on about, oh, do you remember those trips and you did this and this happened? I'm like, I don't even do any, I don't even have a family now. Like, I've got me and my wife and that's it. And the cats. I can't exactly throw them in the car and go anywhere. They can't even make it in the backyard. What are we calling this planet, this system? Starting to think it doesn't really matter. We could call it.
We've got Street Fighter system.
Oh, someone's already discovered this.
Oh.
I think there's been a bunch of people who go through and just name a whole stack of shit. Because I have come across a few people, a few systems that have been already named. But I'm thinking it's statistically impossible that these people could have physically have traveled to these places and named them. They must be using some sort of a cheat to do it.
Multiple accounts.
I don't know what. We got to find this. Is there a
Sole
marker?
purpose is to just conquer the galaxy.
Oh, what's that? It's a cool space station. I've never seen one looking like that before. Alright. I'm probably going to regret this. Sentinel interceptor signal. Please don't make it some bullshit hard. Because the minute you mention Sentinels, I've got little hope of surviving.
Why can't we run into friendly Sentinels for once?
Yeah, no one's seen. This is like reality, isn't it? No one wants to frickin' help you. Everything's a battle. Alright, let's get it out of the way. Speaking of reality, let's talk about X.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about social media.
Okay, I don't give a rat's ass what it's called, honestly. But I do think this is Planet Chris. Why are we on Planet Chris? Someone's obviously discovered this before.
I was about to say, it sounds like a Gold Coast nightclub, doesn't it? Let's go to Planet Chris.
So, alright, my take is I have no shits given about what they call it. I have no shits given about who owns it. I have no shits given about which direction he wants to take the damn platform. Couldn't care. But if he screws people over by, for example, charging people a fee on a monthly basis to carry out, you know, things that should be for free, like, I don't know, loading videos that don't look like ass, that's where I start to think, you know, this guy's lost the plot. And that's what he's done. So you know why I have Twitter Blue, and I only have it, I've said it time and time again, because I want the videos to be longer than 2 minutes 40. That's the only reason. And not to have the videos look like potato.
I still think Elon's chucking the biggest hissy fit in the world, but he's been acting like this before when he... Like, do you remember right before he bought, he wanted to get out of it? Ever since that moment, he's kind of been acting like this with the Twitter brand. It's like he's like. This
Well,
guy's a
it's
big
it's
dick,
him and
he's
his
gonna do
big,
it his own way.
yeah, it's him and his big stupid mouth. He could have just easily have dropped
Yeah.
out of it early on. Count
It's
your
like-
losses and get out.
Yep, it's like getting that. Sorry, that's the stomach there. It's
I
like
heard
getting
that.
I had ice cream before, lactose intolerant. Good thing. it
And yet he
wasn't
still
fast.
eats it. Oh, this is making me sick. Hang on, no, hang on. I got. No, I don't understand. I can't eat this. I'm my mouthful. I just. Oh my god. I just keep getting. It tastes so good. Sorry, I had to. First genuine use of that voiceover. Alright, where is this damn signal?
What were we on about? We're talking about the X, right?
Yeah, so I just wish people will stop whinging and complaining about the dumbest things. Like, in other words, oh, they call it. It reminds me of the old Facebook when Facebook changed its look for the first major change back in 2009 or something like that. And I remember for ages people were posting, "Bring back the old Facebook, bring back." And I'm like, no, I don't want the old Facebook. I like this change. I want it to be changed. I don't want it to stay the same. Why would you want it to stay the same? It's never going to improve.
Isn't that what those social media platforms were designed for? People to make whingy comments like that?
I suppose. Feed lost circuits. I don't have lost circuits. Oh well. That sucks. I wish I had known that beforehand.
One very hungry robot.
We're nicking at shit. I don't know what this stuff is worth, but I'll take it. But what am I getting in here? What's the point of this? Complete salvage operations to purge Sentinel presence.
Maybe the Sentinels did all that damage?
Ah, look at all this stuff I've got to repair. A radiant shard, an inverted mirror, a harmonic brain. I haven't got any of this shit.
Harmonic brain! Great. Now I'm just picturing it's just like a harmonica like in the shape of a big brain.
What a weird mission. I don't have any of this shit. Sorry, dude. You're just gonna have to stay busted. I don't have what else to say. Harvest a radiant shard. What do you mean? How do you harvest a radiant? What are you talking about? Inventory full. Great, of course. It'd be great if I sold some shit every now and again, you know? I thought I did sell a whole heap of shit. I've got a quantum computer. Does that help?
Pentium.
Pentium. Oh. We might have what we need then. Hang on.
Ooh. Be funny if you feed him and all he does
Nah.
is just stab you and takes your stuff.
Alright, let's just abort this shit. I don't think it's really necessary to the mission, to the game anyway. Seems more like a side thing. And if I needed to, I could just go back to the Alex Kidd space station and make my way back here anyway. Let's just focus on the mission at hand. I'm surprised I didn't get more comments about the thumbnail for this stream.
You and your car, right?
Yeah. I thought it was cool. Goddamn, people are hard to please. What's this? Copper, I'll need that. Fuck. Everything's full. I thought you saw me sell a heap of shit.
Hmm. Don't you
How much
have, do you have any boot space in your space?
There's no room in the boot. Oh, hang on. What's this one? If I'm trying to think of what's the most useless thing I've got here.
Well, that's not too difficult to say.
Me.
All the useless stuff there. You.
I reckon the silicate powder. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. And
You're just giving me a very bad idea for a mod for Dead Space. You make the main character like fat, really fat, and you call the mod dead weight.
right. Game Boy Bryant. How
G'day,
you doing?
Game Boy Bryant. And I can smell it from here. Ooh.
Yeah, a bit waffy.
Yeah.
Alright, let's try that again. Copper!
Those sausage eggs with nothing to do with everything.
Fuck. I'm gonna have to offload some shit. Yeah, the spaceship is emptied out. And what the hell's deuterium? I've never even heard of that. Can I move anything? Quick transfer. Oh, I can.
Deuterium.
Hey!
Deuterium sounds like
Alright.
Deuterium sounds like a bad heavy metal band from 2006.
I reckon we should move this to the starship. All the stuff that you install. Because there's no point in me holding on to it. Alright, so now that we've got that moved, anything else we can pre-package? Yeah, we'll move that over as well. Alright, now. That's better. How have you been enjoying being on X? You know where this is going. Do you know what I hate the most about this whole thing? Is that everyone's talking about it. That's the part that pisses me off. And I think that it's just a sidetrack. Like, it's a smoke screen for something else he's got planned. Why am I on Planet Chris? Who named his planet Chris?
He's starting to sound like a Bond villain, isn't he, Elon Musk?
It's a classic political stunt, right? To do something that pisses people off, and while people are, oh, it's terrible, oh my god, this is disgusting, then, while they're all sidetracked and busy with that, carry out the actual nasty deed. Whatever that would be.
Didn't that happen in a Bond movie? As I said before.
Potentially. Is that a sentinel? What is that? He looks different. I'm going to get the fuck out of here because I don't want that thing attacking me.
You for like there was difficult walk and there was like a plot about like racehorses and they're trying to discover that like that they're all being steroided up, but that's really a cover up for like the nuclear base that's under the stable.
I'd love to drop in and visit, but I can't be asked. I've got to get out of here. I've got to get on with doing what I've got to do.
Game Boy Bryant, you know he's gone full crazy when he starts selling a perfume called Elon's Musk.
Have you seen the photos of him when he was younger at PayPal? and he's holding up the PayPal card with PayPal X, with that stupid smug look on his face, and he got booted out from being the CEO because of that. He absolutely refused to budge on calling it that. So they said, "Fuck you, we're just gonna get rid of you," and then they booted him.
Yeah. Like, did he wanted to call it PayPal X or just called PayPal X?
No, he wanted to call it PayPal X. He had
Yeah,
this thing
there's a-
about everything being X.
Yeah, because he's with SpaceX. He started SpaceX, and so it's like a branding thing. With him. That's why I think he just turned Twitter into X. But then again, I probably would have called it TwitX if that was the case.
Oh shit! I didn't know I needed to repair this one as well.
Although I'm not gonna lie, I am tempted to wear like a shirt of the X logo just to see if anyone will beat me up or not.
How many of these are actually spaceship upgrades?
None of them.
Oh no, it's for the exosuit. Forget it. Exosuit, exosuit.
Gosh, space travel is hard, isn't it?
It is.
Such a tedious
Exosuit. All of it's exosuit upgrades, and my exosuit doesn't have room for any other items. Or no, any upgrades. There's no upgrade technology room. I could do with another iode. And we'll upgrade that.
Technology
I can
recharge.
just imagine that finally being put on like a rocket ship, going to space, and then just thinking, well, this is shit.
Reach
Where's
a
the
corrupted
knackers?
Sentinel world. Return to the salvage site to repair the crash vehicle. I can't be bothered repairing the crash
I
vehicle.
was thinking that Game Boy, Brian. It looks like something Pirate Bay would use.
I think he's only using it temporarily until he gets a more professional-looking logo.
Hmm.
He was just desperate to put something in the placeholder. I think that's all there is to it.
I wonder if
He's a billionaire, right? Multi-billionaire, but he's actually a very simple man at the end of the day. He's a child.
Yeah, Twitter's just a
It's
big
like-
toy to him. It's
Yeah.
Star Trek. Yes. I wanted the band X or the other band X companion sword now.
There'll be a line of people going, "Oh, I want to take you to court," and it's like it's just a letter of the alphabet. You can't sue over a letter of the alphabet. Although Levi Jeans did try to sue some people who were selling shirts with the 301 or whatever it was, because Brian Lara scored 301 runs, and they were selling shirts with the 301 or something along those lines, and Levi were trying to sue him. Like, you fucking idiots, it's because of... Can't you see that it's in relation to the amount of runs he got?
That's annoying. I thought he was going to say something that was even dumber, like they were going to sue someone because their last name was Levi.
Incoming message.
Oh my gosh, imagine if there was a person actually called Levi Jean.
I received your message. I don't know what to say. How do you know the Atlas is telling the truth? Say you cannot be sure. Say you believe it. I know you've been busy. I now know why. But I'd still like to see another traveler before I die. I'd I want to meet someone. I'm desperate. I'm lonely. I'd still like to meet if we can. If that doesn't sound ridiculous, consider the circumstances. Tell them the truth. The same communication comes back to me, permeated with static. The message, the intonation, everything about it is identical. I know you've been. I'd still like to see another traveler. If that, try to recalibrate. So when I'm trying to tell him that it's all just as we're all living in a simulator, It's it's blocking that signal for some reason. It is then that I realized the noise, the static I've been hearing throughout my adventures is not interference. It's the corruption of long distance communication. It is not. How could it be? We speak through the protocol of a dream. The noises, the sounds. It's the sound of waking. It's the sound of everything falling apart. Yeah. Okay. See, this is why I can't wait to get Starfield, because Starfield has an actual plot. This is not a plot. This is just someone waffling
This is
random
sticky tape.
lines. Yeah,
Nice.
thank you.
But I've got a question for you in the chat. Have you ever played a game like you're so deep into it, then you find out that the ending is, oh, it was a simulation?
Fuck,
That's
I hate
what-
that. Which is what's
that
happening
sort of
right now, I
freaks you out,
think.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are we calling
Yeah,
it?
you're gonna what? Yeah, it's probably gonna end with you waking up next to your ship. You know, like when you were meeting that thing before.
This galaxy, this system is going to be called Game Boy Brian.
But I was playing I was playing this arcade game called Dude on Pachi, and it's got like two loops in it, like a standard version of the game. And if you do a good job, you unlock the second version, which is harder. Like that, yeah. But
Real
the way
gaming,
that they handled
a gaming classic, yes.
yeah, but the way they handled going from one loop to the next is like when you beat the final boss, is like, oh, you did a good job in the simulation. Now it's time to take the warfield for real. Granted, it's gonna be a lot harder than the simulation. And then you're just doing the same game again, but it's slightly harder.
I'm doing these jumps. I know we're not making much progress. Like, out of a scale of 1 to 100, percentage-wise, in other words, we're not even 0.000001 of an improvement from one jump to the next. I'm just doing this in case some sort of an event gets triggered off. That's all. That's the only reason I'm doing this. Because at this point of the game, it's kind of hopeless. It feels hopeless. Oh wow,
At this point,
that was a weird jump. Oh, battle. Just kind of interrupted a battle. I don't know who's good, who's bad. I'm just shooting shit.
Hey,
Yeah. I don't mind the combat so much in this.
Slabby says. Actually, I have played one racing game before where in between races you have to actually walk to the next race. So they actually travel.
Heard of something like that on Super Nintendo, yeah?
No.
It's kind of cool. I can escape this if I want, but if I knock out all the enemies, I get a big reward. no. I can't. Just shoot everyone.
Clean space.
Are you kidding? There's some cool battles in Star Trek history. Real cool ones, especially Deep Space Nine. That's probably got some of the best in the history of Star Trek. He's thanking me? I don't know. The life form, who must be the captain of the freighter, looks greatly relieved. They gesture as if to welcome me aboard their vessel. Alright, where's your...
Navigational data received.
Alright, how do I...
This is the perfect opportunity to board them, kill everyone, and take over the ship.
Nice.
When they say that you've received navigational data, where is that? I can't see where they put it. Did you check the glove box? Oh, is that it? We're going in, fellas. I think this is only like the second freighter I've been on.
The other one you were on was a pretty boring experience. It's just like, we're bored, we're in space. I think that didn't they offer you to buy the ship, if I recall?
Yeah, and I just was like, I don't have money for that. I think if you got a freighter and you go to do warp jumps, you'll be able to make greater distances than just a regular ship. So I think eventually...
Oh yeah, it's bigger.
Yeah, so I think eventually it is in your best interest to buy a freighter eventually. I keep thinking of that Star Wars scene when they're Empire Strikes Back and they're all scrambling and they're all saying their last messages to each other before they scramble. I keep thinking of that. Oh look, it's that Guilty Spark dude. Hang on, why won't you respond? None of them responding. Hang on. Hi. Okay, that was a pointless meetup.
They look very, very surprised to see you. G'day MGB Live.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Is this the dude? Yeah, this is the dude we need to talk to. When did you say something, Captain? I can't tell you're the captain. Can't understand you. Gesturing wildly across the bridge, they point to the control panel of their freighter. They seem to be suggesting that I take command. Inspect the freighter. Oh, what? I can buy the freighter? 64 million! I don't got that. Wait, no. I just own the freighter now. I just claimed the freighter.
Yay!
Okay.
Can you control it?
I think you can. I've got a fleet.
Log.
I've got a fleet.
See, it pays to interfere in wars every now and then, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm the
You don't
hero.
care if
I'm
they were
the,
the good
and they
guys,
said,
yeah.
Well done, you shot those assholes out of the sky. Here, have a freighter. It's yours now.
Didn't matter if
Alright.
they were the good guys or the bad guys. All that matters is you got a freighter.
Alright, everyone, listen up. I'm not good at speeches and everything, but you've all got a new mission. We're all going to the black hole. What? We're going to the center of the galaxy, people. Now, where's the steering wheel on this shit?
MGB Live is like black hole. Yeah, that's a mission he's currently on in the game.
But first you must build a fleet command room so that you can talk to your fleet as they sail.
Yarr, mateys.
You gotta build this shit? What the fuck have you...
That's probably
What
why
do you
they gave it to you. 'cause
Yeah,
it's so
you're giving me a
cheap in
half-complete
repairs.
piece of bullshit.
It'll be cheap. Be cheaper just for them to give them to you.
Oh, this is nice. I like what you've done with it. So you got enough time to build aquariums and shit, but you haven't got enough time to, you know, actually build something that's
Those are
needed.
very alien looking fish. Why are you weeding the ship?
Where's the steering wheel, damn it? I just want to I want to warp jump this thing. I got a feeling you won't be able to. Ah. Hey matey, where's the steering wheel, do you know? Attendant.
You need
give me
like
a coffee.
signs.
Yeah, he's got traces of food and the fingers slightly puckered, suggesting a long history of damage and repair. Alright, dude, look after yourself. Yeah, okay. Is this the steering wheel? No? Alright. Has anyone got the instruction manual? I've got no idea what I'm doing here. These
Spock,
guys.
tell me, what the hell am I supposed to be doing? Yeah, it's like the equivalent of you becoming captain.
Oh shit.
Sit in the Enterprise and like,
Oh, that's cool. Look at this. Okay, so that's like a shortcut to the bridge. Sweet. I was kind of hoping to use this to hyper jump. Oh, wait. No, that's managing the fleet. Warp map. Hey, now we're talking.
oh, that's Game Boy Brian says, I just got this idea for the Nightmare on Elm Street theme. 1, 2, Spaces is coming for you. 3, 4, can't call the hotline no more. 5, 6, it's not Alex the Kid. 7, 8, better play Sonic up late. 9, 10, Cameron got banned again.
We don't mention that name anymore on the channel. Let's not go there.
Yeah, it's already pissy enough as is.
It's annoying the shit out of me. Hang on, how do... Black hole. Selected path, black hole. I have no fuel. For God's sakes, this plane... You guys, what are you doing? What are you guys doing around here all day long? What are you being paid to do? Alright, so... Freighter.
Fight wars, apparently.
The freighter needs fuel. Shit. I've got... Alright, now. I need a warp cell. Antimatter, okay.
Wasn't that the 80s band that sang Tainted Love?
What was it called?
Tainted Love?
No, what was the band called? I don't know.
Yes, making a joke. It was Soft Cell.
Was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, ha 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 ha. Sorry, I just
Yeah.
ruined it. How do you make a whoops? This is not helping.
No, I'm depressed. I'm gonna be right back.
What? Why?
Coffee's wearing off.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Charge with warp cell. Okay, how do I get warp cell? So here, warp cell. Warp cell. I need an antimatter housing. Antimatter housing. I need ferret dust. God damn it! I should have got more of that shit when I was underground. Build. Oh, I gotta go land on a planet. What a pain in the ass. Alright. If we can get this thing loaded up with a warp drive and get this thing moving, we might be able to jump much further than just a standard ship. This giant ship is for fighting walls. Is that why they called you in to deal with those annoying pirates and sentinels? Yeah, I feel like I'm being used, but I'm trying to use them back. Yeah, that's not what I want. That can't be good for your body going in and out of a teleporter like that over and over again. Where's my ship? Can I steal any of these ships? Not all the ships have fled. Is that the Viney? I figured it, yeah. Crashed into that ship and it did nothing. Alright, we're going to go down to this random planet and grab some ferret dust. Because these guys don't stock anything. Case is an understatement. Everyone is so lazy they just ask one person for help. I hate games that do this, where we need your like. Legend of Zelda is such a classic example. Legend of Zelda is such a classic example where everyone in the planet or in the world is just piss farting around. Meanwhile, Ganon's just walking around laying claim to everything, and no one's doing jack shit about it. And they're just expecting you to solve everything. Oh, you're the chosen one. Yeah, I'm the chosen one because you guys are all the lazy ones. Don't give me your shit a chosen one. Right, great. The only planet I find is a freaking water planet. This is water world.
I remember seeing a cartoon take the piss out of that one day.
Water world.
Excuse me. No, out of my situation.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There was a episode of Powerpuff Girls. It's like they just got sick of like people depending on them and like a big monster invades and they're like, beat them your damn self.
You can't go underwater with a ship. Been on planets like this before where it looks like it's all underwater, but then they've got like a huge section of land if you just keep traveling. So, oh, underwater. God, isn't it funny that like, oh, dude, that creeped me out. What the fuck?
What? Don't you like my Tasmanian impersonation?
That's, yeah, wrong.
Yeah, I just found it. It freaked me out even more because I just found it lying in the cupboard. I say you don't remember this, but he actually appeared on I think he appeared on a very, very early Spacey show. If not yet another Body Gamer podcast. Except he
I don't remember that.
At that time. No, it was like being uploaded. He had like a whole body at the time. I just used him as a stand-in. Unfortunately, well, he's not half the man he used to be.
I was gonna say before you interrupted with that tomfoolery, Um, that once upon a time, British, Germans, and all these other nationalities didn't think that there was anything wrong with their accents because that's just how they sound. And then this little thing called internet came along, and now everyone's talking to each other and making videos online. And now everyone's taking the piss out of everyone else's accent, correcting each other on an international basis. Whereas before, you know, no one said shit about the way we said words and the way we speak. And now we're all becoming one accent. I think eventually that is what's going to happen. We'll all become American. Oh God.
Hello, it's your boy here. The secret American base.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Because you look at Channel 10 coming, they'll do an announcement for a new show, and they won't say coming on the 25th of May. They now say May 25th. It's just like, no, we never used to say it like that. Why the hell did you guys start changing? Do you know why Channel 10 do it? Yanks own Channel 10.
Yeah.
That's the reason. Channel 10 is now owned by an American company, and one of the first things they started to do was transform the speech into American talk. Ooh, that was close. There's no damn... Oh, there is one. As soon as I said that. Alright, it's a Caltex, we'll go to it. Ow!
I remember the first time I got into an argument with someone about like how words are pronounced. It was like in the mid 2000s, and the word that we were arguing about, the way that it was Sega.
Oh, yep, that's where it always starts.
That old classic argument, yeah. Sega. I mean, I know people probably say, oh, it's always been like that. Well, to Americans, yes, but to Australians, no, it was always Sega down here. It wasn't until like when YouTube was starting to become a thing, people started like correcting people like, it's Sega.
I've forgotten how to land.
And again, some people say tomato, some people say potato.
Alright. Oh, it's
Mayonnaise and
freezing. This looks like Halo.
mayonnaise marsh.
Boonk. And I might just check out if there's anyone. Can anybody hear me?
Game Boy Brian says they are afraid of being busy.
I don't get what you mean by that. No, I think what it is that Americans, I'm being generalistic here, but I've seen enough of it in the past. There are a lot of Americans, I'll say it like that, that want everything to be universal. I saw this one old white dude, funny that, and he said it was his dream to be able to go to any country in the world and be able to walk into a Popeyes. I'm like, really? That's a dream? Of all the things you can achieve in this planet, with your time on this planet, that's what you want? To be able to walk in, to be able to view to go into a Popeyes, whatever the fuck.
It's weird because I never grew up with. I'll try that again. It's weird because I never grew up with Popeyes down here.
We haven't got them. We haven't got them.
No, and it's freaky finding out that it's a chicken shop. Like in my mind, I'm like, shouldn't it just be nothing but like a spinach shop? I
thought there was
sign,
a.
no
Oh
Bluetooth
yeah, there
around.
is. I was gonna say I thought there was a building here. There is.
But when you're talking about the Amerification of like Australians, I remember hearing about that back in the 90s when older kids started watching Sesame Street and parents complaining that they were growing up Americanized.
I remember distinctly being angry at Big Bird, saying it's not fucking Z, it's Z, you big muppet. Not, I didn't use those words, but I said you idiot. It's Z, not Z. It sounded dumb to me to hear it said like Z as a kid. It still does. I feel sorry for Canadians because they're supposed to be speaking the Queen's English and using metric, and because they got so many, it means so much to them to convert everything over to American that they end up just adopting the American lingo.
That is French. And what Brian says, us Southerners get made fun of for our accents. None of us turn into Mr. Red there. Wilbur! Us Southerners get made fun of for our accents all the time. Stop it! Us Southerners get made fun of for our accents all the time. The Aussies do. It's annoying as hell, isn't it?
We don't get annoyed. We don't get teased about our accent. It's more so the pronunciation of different words that trigger Americans. And to be quite honest, I don't understand why American pronunciation formed the way it did. It doesn't make sense to me. They were all British at one stage. That's the part that spins me out.
Other week, and as soon as they found that I'm Australian, they started just using the Australian lingo. It's just weird
He
hearing someone
switched,
with a
okay.
strong- It's just weird hearing someone with like a strong Boston accent. Like a Boston accent. And they just add like g'day and mate onto everything.
Hearing
Like, not
Americans
in,
say
like-
mate.
Like not in a way where they're trying to be condescending.
Yeah, but that's what I was going to say. When Americans say mate, it sounds condescending. It doesn't sound right.
Sounds like it's second critical, and that's the one thing you don't want to
I got to say though that to have grown up in the era that I've grown up, I've seen from late 70s to now, and the changes that's happened in just how we communicate. It's just crazy the changes I've seen. And I remember being people being very strongly proud and patriotic of Australia. And now in 2023, it doesn't seem like that's the case anymore. I don't see people fiercely saying it's not candy, it's lollies. People are just accepting that it can be something different. Maybe our generation was the one that was fucked up. I don't know.
We also live in an era where if you try to correct something, you get afraid of being called racist.
That's not being racist. That's just being.
No, it's not.
It's falling.
Technology recharge.
Oh look, that's pretty.
Ad break ends in a couple of seconds. Put away the cigarettes.
Is that how it works?
Yes.
I'm just grabbing as much ferret dust as I can.
Wasn't that a Faith No More album?
No, that's angel dust. I still remember buying that, and I just remember thinking I didn't know anything about the album when it came out. I just knew that I really loved the album before that. That's not the first album, by the way. It was, but Angel Dust was the first album. Sorry, the second album with Mike Patton. Sorry for getting sidetracked here, but you brought it up. But I was going to say that. Oh, where's the frigate? I don't even know what the logo looks like for it. But I remember just playing it for the first time and instantly falling in love with that album the first time. The other albums that they released afterwards, I hated at first. Kind of weird.
Yeah, because they jumped around different styles all the time.
Yeah, and it kind of annoyed me. It's like, God damn it, that's not why I liked you. That's not why I followed you. My capital ship. This is cool. I've got a frigate now. Frigate. Is it a... No, it's a freighter. I've got a message.
All over the place. Have you ever checked out Mr. Bungle?
Oh yeah, I've been to Mr. Bungle. I actually went to see him live. That was weird.
Nice.
seeing Mike Patton jamming a microphone down his throat. That yeah.
I've heard worse.
But yeah, I know. But they never played any of the songs from the first album, the famous album, like when it comes to Bungle, and that was pissing everyone off.
Would that be because they used saxophone on the first album?
I don't know. They must have had a reason, but they've never. Because everyone was saying, play this, play that, and then some guy, I remember yelling out, play anything off the first album, and everyone's just laughing, and yeah. Then they just held on to stuck to their guns and just didn't play anything.
Bloody internet trolls, core internet trolls.
Yeah. A gravitational ball. I've got 2 of them. I might as well sell me balls.
Sorry. the little kid in me. Sorry.
Of course. I'll sell the brain and the computer and hydraulic wiring. Yeah, why not?
That's a defense chat.
Savage.
Yeah, just don't pronounce that first one with in the French style.
So there's a multi-tool expansion slot. So how do I access that if I've got that in my Starship? Where is that? I don't know that. I hate the menu system in this game. I'm not a fan of it.
It's a bit confusing, isn't it?
One of these is an expansion slot. Is it? I need that bloody old wiring loom. I still haven't got wiring loom. Oh, here. What does it do?
Shut up, stomach.
A flexible upgrade circuit compatible with all person multi-tools. It granting the user more space in the multi-tool's internal layout to further add. Hang on. If I remove one of these items and put this in, I'll get more slots then. Big brain. So which one should I remove? This one.
Yeah, I like the slots too. Sorry.
I gotta remove that.
Gift of War.
I can't uninstall.
That's the name of the ship, the Gift of War. Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
No,
shut up.
that's the name of the gun that I've got. Oh, but I've
I need
got
to
multiple
mute.
guns.
Yeah, need to mute myself. Got a bit of gas. It sounds like I'm shitting myself on the air.
Probably. Hang on, can I change the guns over? No. They don't tell you much. You just got to work all this shit out yourself. Alright, can I remove any of these items? I don't want to remove the scanner. I don't want to remove bolt custom. No, I need that. Need that. Oh, you can dismantle the advanced force field. I might remove that. Okay, and then put this. What? Ah! What a pain in the ass after all that. Didn't it say that this module can be wired into a multi-tool at a space station upgrade rack? Ah, okay. I misread it. So I might go back to the multi-tool, put... Oh, what? Okay. I've got all these upgrades though. They're all on the starship. So we can... Radiation protection? I reckon we should put that in. Because we're always, you know, radiation falling.
Mm-hmm.
Or... Optical drill. I don't know how that helps.
Optical drill.
Sentinel weapon shard.
Sounds painful.
Yeah. I reckon we should just, yeah, this one.
Yep, use the Sentinel shard.
I can't install it. Why? This makes no sense, this game. I'm telling you. Oh, install.
How many hours have you been playing this game for and you still can't get the grips of how it works?
It's bizarre. Alright, I'll sort it out later. Let's just get...
Stupid boring question, but if this was like proper like physical guide, how big is it?
I don't think it would be that bad. The worst one that I've got is Skyrim. That book is massive. I've showed you, haven't I?
Yeah, it's a big hardcover.
It was $10. It was just $10. I'm like, and I had a shit ton of them, just piled up on top of each other.
So can you still find game guides?
Nah. You might see for the really big games, but I haven't seen one for the new Zelda.
Might be all digital now.
I don't like that.
Early 2000s, how like every game had like a private guide based on it, even the shit one.
Well, didn't that company go broke?
Probably. And that's a big problem with like some of the modern game guides too, is like with the way patches work and whatnot. How many of those guides will be like obsolete like after the first day?
Well, Animal Crossing has, the Japanese version has got the patches included in it. So they must have had inside knowledge from Nintendo. And those, man, Animal Crossing books, I could kill Zen. Like when Zen's over here, I always threaten him. If you misbehave, you're getting an Animal Crossing book to the head. Alright, violence is not encouraged. but it's frequent here. All right, we need to go to the freighter and what do we need? A warp cell. So we need to go antimatter housing and I hate how this is so complex.
I think I still have a few game guides in my tech collection. I believe I've got them for Crazy Taxi for the Dreamcast, but I'm like, why would that need a game guide? Oh, and Silent
yeah.
It'd be like, I think it is a pretty thin game guide too. All it practically says is like, pick people up, drop them off, don't run out of time.
Thanks, Captain. Thanks, Sherlock.
I'd imagine there'd be more to tell you how to beat like the bonus levels that was in the console version. That's what I reckon. Although, what I remember about the Silent Scope guide was it said like if you perv in certain windows and like see a hot chick, you gain extra health.
What game is this?
Silent Scope. It's like it's a light.
And they actually gave you clues on how to perv on sexy women in the game.
Yep, and it gives you more health. Like it's a weird but like kind of
Boing oing oing oing. Where's the boing oing oing? No one's doing a boing.
It's a cool gimmick, Silent Scope, because it's like it's a light gun game, but like not a traditional one. Like you got like the screen of what to shoot, but the gun itself is a sniper rifle, so it's got like a little, like you know how you look for a sniper scope, it's like got a little extra screen in there, like zoomed in gameplay. There's like two different ways to see the gameplay. Like there's the zoomed out on the main screen, but with the gun it's zoomed in. It's a really cool concept.
Recharge.
I think it's
So I'm
Stop
just
eating
not
ice
used to
cream.
seeing the screens like this. Now that I'm trying to craft, I'm seeing screens in a way that I've not seen before. I'll just make 10 of them. Okay, maybe not. So what do we need? I need a warp cell.
Playing games pre-internet, or when it was common in people's houses. I mean, I know there was internet in like late 90s, but not everyone had it. I remember like Nintendo Magazine system being really good because they used to have like all the big game guides
Yeah.
in there for like the biggest games at the time. But the problem with that was you need to buy like several issues of it just to get the full guide, and you know they're always like 1 month away from one another, which is frustrating. Because I remember buying the Banjo-Kazooie issue, which had like the first half of the guide, and by the time I went to get like the second half when I was out, someone already beat me to the magazine.
To get to the black hole, oh no. To get to the galactic core, and the black hole's two different directions. What? Black hole's this way. Atlas Station, don't need that. And the galactic core's a different direction. But this way here, if you go this way, it's oh no, hang on. It's all pirate controlled here. Shit.
Yarg, mateys.
Alright, maybe if we go free explore. I don't get which direction we're going to go. Alright, let's go back to, what is it? Let's see what our missions are first. Discoveries catalog log. We've got the Purge to get to the Galactic Center. We've got Atlas Path to get to the black hole. And we've got Space Anomaly to reset the simulation. So I reckon we should be just concentrating on. We've lost. I thought he was just being very quiet. Hang on. All right, when he drops back in, he'll just turn up again. We've lost Emerald Rangers. As soon as he makes pirate noises, he gets walked off the plank. Emerald Rangers will be back in a second, I'm sure. I've kept the door open for him. All right, we'll go to Purge, which will involve going to the Galactic Center. All right. All right, we can only go that far at a time. Okay, you're back. All right, hang on. I don't know why you're not showing up, but let's. There's two. There's two retro Kaisers. What? Hey. Yeah, there's two retro Kaisers, so I'm like, which one's the real you? All right.
He is.
So I've stolen their
Working
ship,
out.
essentially.
Arr.
They don't seem to be doing anything anyway, so they're like, if you want to use it, it's all right. We haven't got anything important to do anyway. Oh, the meaning of life. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Let's do it.
Always look on the bright side. Oh, no, that's
Wrong
fucking
movie. Wrong movie. That would have caused so much shit when that came out. The Life of Brian. I've
It
seen that.
did.
He was on TV. This is John Cleese, so he's used to getting on TV. This is what people don't understand. He's not well liked now. A lot of people out to just hate him. What they fail to understand, though, is that he's had decades of practice of getting on international TV and having it out against big leaders in different sectors of the community. And so when someone like Waleed comes up against him and tries to take him on an Australian TV show, Waleed's just a drop in the bucket, a pissant compared to the experience that John Cleese has had and everything that John Cleese has done. No one's going to remember Waleed in 50 years.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Who's
boys
he?
and girls,
Sebani!
welcome to the stream,
G'day,
Sebani, the Scrub Lord himself.
Scrub Lord indeed. All right, let's have a look at this. Do you know what? We'll call this Galaxy.
Scrub Lord Galaxy?
You got it. It's the Scrub Lord. It's just called Scrub Lord.
Funny thing is, this Shrub Lord.
No, not a planet. A solar system. Alright, let's make another jump.
I like how this game is so big. By the time someone discovers this galaxy, it'd be like far too late for them to be
I'll be
offended.
dead.
The warmest region.
Oh, what? Mr. Viney has gone and gifted Damo a tier 1. You know what? This is a time to test out my new feature. I don't have to change camera angles anymore. And it doesn't change, it doesn't move around like it used to, which is better. Thank you, Seb! Honk honk.
Thank you very much for the gift subs. That
Why
is
is it
very
so
generous of you.
the lights, they don't default back to 10%. Why?
You look like a you look like a ghost.
Oh, that's better. They're supposed to go back to 10%. That's brighter than my future. No, thank you very much.
Aw.
Thank you very much. Let's get back to the gameplay. We just unlocked a new title, Scout, because we visited 15 systems. Okay, that's
Space
great.
Boy Scout now.
What are we going to call this one? Wario. Oh, can I? Yeah, I can name it. Okay.
Ah. G'day, Damo.
Hey, Damo's just sitting there, getting all that sub goodness. Well done. Mate, I'm always baby. What? I'm always baby
So,
parking.
Mario Kart term. Mario Kart term.
Is it?
It's a name of a.
Oh,
of a
baby
level,
park.
Baby
Yeah.
Park. Yeah.
Okay. I had to sit there thinking about that one. I deserved it after my. I haven't played I've got it. It's sitting here. I just haven't put it in and haven't had time. Too busy streaming this. All right, let's
He's
get.
too busy trying to figure out how this game works. It's only taken him like 30 streams, and he's still trying to figure it out.
I'll like to see you do better.
Oh no, it wouldn't be that. It would not be that entertaining. I'd have it all figured out in like.
Oh, we're back to Quan. We've been to this system before. We're visiting the Quan system. Oh, and I can do shoutouts now. I like how it's telling me about my own rules. Thank you. Let's see if this works. No, I haven't got it set up in this screen. Oh, what? Join Twitch today and log in? What? I can't be arsed dealing with that now. I'll deal with that later. You guys see Borderlands is getting a movie. Yep, and the star lineup in that is quite interesting, to say the least. Oh, the Sinister Planet's here. Let's name a planet after Damo. Why not? Oh, I can't edit the name? Oh, that's strange. I thought if you discover it, you can edit it. Apparently not. Issue? Oh, okay. Guess not.
It'd be
Let's
funny
just...
if you can rename every planet you see, and it'd be funny to have like you know, a backlog of what the planet's been named over the years.
No, but no one's named it before.
Interesting.
Have I got no fuel? Is that my problem? No, I got 40%. We'll whack another warp cell in there.
Recharge.
Played 2.5 hours straight and I'm loving it big time. I would love to play Pikmin if I can get time. Having a full-time job sucks. How's me? Right, I'm about to hit 50. I'm about to hit 50 and I'm entering into a new loan for a new house at 50. Shouldn't I have done that a little bit earlier? Yeah, I have. This is an upgrade on the house that we already had. But it's just weird. They get you to sign this paperwork and they're showing you how long it's going to take to pay off the loan. and it's just, and I looked at it does it in months. It doesn't do it in years. And I looked over at my wife and I just said, "Have I got that many months left in me?" In other words, am I going to pay this off in time? All right, let's go. So what we're trying to do, if you're looking at this going, what the hell? We are trying to get to the center of the galaxy, because apparently we have a hunch that the universe, the universe is nothing but a simulation, and we've got to get to the center of the galaxy to prove yes or no. Is it just a simulation? That'd be shit, wouldn't it? It's like, oh crap, we're just a sim, just being moved around by some big overlord idiot like Elon Musk.
I'd be like, what? This is a sim. Why didn't anyone tell me soon? I would have added some sick mods into my life.
So can we name this system? Hang on.
Wait, didn't Red Dwarf do an episode on that?
What?
Like, kinda? Where I'm Oh, you haven't watched much Red Dwarf, haven't you?
No, I want to watch this because I know it's a show that I definitely will like. We're calling this system Damo. Because why not?
But so you don't mind spoilers, do you?
No, don't spoil. Don't spoil. Because I will watch it. I know it's old, but I will watch it.
There's just a certain gag I reckon you will like revolving around video games.
Alright, let's go. We're just continuing. These guys that were running this freighter were probably thinking, oh man, it was so much better before this clown came along and took over. Now we're just...
I much prefer to be shot at than...
Now we're just system hopping. We haven't stopped over.
Worst of all,
no, Seb, he's talking about Red Dwarf. Didn't they make a new series of Red Dwarf? Or are they going to?
No, I have no idea. They always bring that series. They've been bringing that series out of the grave every now and then.
Okay.
Because I remember it had in its original run, it had a last season. Apparently that was shit and killed the series. Then they did a reunion special. Which people are like, oh, I missed this. No, I missed this show. Let's bring it back full time. And they brought a couple seasons out after that. It's a good show.
I'm gonna call this system Smeg. Oh, we've got 5 more glyphs to get, and I don't know. That's for the purge. That must mean something. I don't know. Let's just continue on. My God, this part of the game is kind of boring because all we're doing is the system hopping. We're not actually doing anything. But that's by choice because we're trying to progress the story along. So this is the difference between this game, where if you do opt to just progress the story along, nothing happens. Whereas with Starfield, you've got hours and hours of actual dialogue, storylines, characters. I should have played Skyrim. Now that I think about it. What do you mean it's gonna flop? You're a flog. You're an absolute flog to be making that kind of call. It's gonna be shit. Holy shit. Paulie Kwan with the resub. You know what that means?
ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you,
boys
Paulie!
and girls. The master of fatalities is here.
The master of fatalities himself.
Paul E. Kwan. Thank you very much for the resubscription.
Oh my god.
That was a true good egg move.
Sorry, I had to resub. Mine just expired. No, it's all good. Thank you for the resub, and you're getting me to test out my my alert. What are you right there, Emerald? You look weird without a beard or hair or a body or arms. What is this? One Metallica? Taking my sight, taking my hearing, taking my arms.
I'm sorry, I wasn't feeling half the man I used to be right there.
All right, moving along. Well, we're gonna call this I don't know. What do we call this? We're just calling systems. We'll call this the Good Egg Galaxy.
Good egg. On
The good egg system.
Galaxy.
There we go. Planet. Oh, we've already got a Planet Quan. We went past the. No, he's got a system named after him. You're streaming at the moment. Oh, okay. All right, let's continue on. Oh, I've got no fuel. Dun dun dun. I think I gotta make a quick stop to the planet to get some fuel. Did you fill up? No, I didn't fill up. What do you mean? Don't have any fuel left. What? So we need warp cell, and to get a warp cell, you need antimatter housing. To get an antimatter housing, you need oh, we're too short. We're just too short. Of course we are. All right, let's I'll go.
People have been telling me I've been too short for years.
Ba-doom-chish. Are these my ships? It's the Emerald Ranger. Oh my god, I've got a place to hold all my ships. This is awesome. What's this one? This is not mine. Oh, the Ryu one. Oh, this thing is a piece of shit. It's all busted and shit. It's great, eh? What's this one? The Dapto. This one's not too bad. I reckon I can work with this.
Seb's asking how many hours did you put into this game?
Oh man, there's no way of knowing. I don't know. It's a lot. That's all I can say. Look at who's honestly got the time to sit here and repair all this shit on these ships. You're just better off to sell them for scrap. The ship's called the Dapto, of course. We're getting a message. You are not alone. You can't go to the center. You can't do this to us. You can't leave us. Shut up, Lightbulb. I'm going. No, you can't do this to us. You can't. The center of the galaxy. It's the Atlas. It's all else that what? It's all else just interfaces. All else a shadow of its might. You don't deserve it. You'll wipe us all out to say. How do you know, dickhead? I did what I had to do. I told you that. I couldn't die without seeing everything there was to see. I did what I had to do.
I'd
But-
say with all the whining this guy is doing, it makes me want to go to the center of the universe even more.
I committed I committed such atrocities, Trevor. I had to. It was them or me or them. It's always been me or them. Please, if you go through the center, if you do what I did, it will reset everything. It will replace me. It will wipe me. All these souls that have died for nothing. It was the only way to live on. You have to understand me. Life for more life. They sustain me. They can't have. They can't all have been for nothing. I was going to see it all. Bye. He screams at me. Yeah, see you, dickhead. There's a new Double Dragon coming out in 2 days' time. Why? Why? Do you hear this ship? It's even got a little ventilation fan at the top. Look. Why can't I? Okay, I couldn't activate the hyper jump before. So we're just going to pick up some rocks and shit. Do you want anything from the shops while I'm there? We're just going to the 7-Eleven. 7-Elevens in Australia suck. I thought for a moment there, like 5 years ago, that there was this push to revitalize them. You know what I mean? Redo them, and then they're just gone back to the way they used to be. Whereas, you know, Japan, being Japan, the 7-Elevens there are freaking awesome.
I've seen video footage of what they look like over there. They just look like mini, like actual proper supermarkets there.
Yeah. Alright, where's some rocks and shit? Also, I wouldn't mind just, you know, seeing if there's like a space center or something I can...
Other than squishy or slurpees and possibly
Slushies.
sushi.
Sushi.
And possibly...
Sushis and
possibly
slushies at your local 7-Eleven.
Yeah. What else is there?
Don't eat them in that order. Make you sick. Oh, show and tell. Hang on. I just realised Seb has just activated show and tell. I've got to pull something randomly. Hang on. I've got to go back to that. I've got to go back to that screen. Activate you.
Afraid if you start playing the
There we
stripper
go.
music. Ugh.
I don't want to pull down something that I've already pulled down before. Hang on. That sounded wrong. I know. Oh, what can I pull? Oh. Okay. This is an easy one. Kirby! I won this. I actually won this at a Sega arcade in Nagasaki. It's one of the only times I've ever won anything from those stupid crane games. And that was at a Sega arcade of all things. Like, why? Why couldn't it be a Golden Axe, Gilius Thunderhead or something? What? Or you know, Axel Blaze? Yeah. Why couldn't it be? Anyway, so that's my show and tell. Kirby. And I like the artwork.
Aw, cute.
Isn't it cute? And I've got a bigger one there, which I've was given to me, and he's like, hang on, I'll show you. I got to be careful with pulling stuff off the shelf because shit flies off. There we go. This is a bigger one. This is like, hang on.
Oh, he's holding the one between his legs.
Don't you speak to my son again. Don't you speak to my son. All right?
Oh, that Kirby on the left looks so rude with the one there.
I ain't got a clip button. You're gonna have to clip it manually. All right, so that's my show and tell. Back to the game. I don't know if that worked. Did it work? Hey, it worked. Strike me down with your battered salves. Okay, I got. That's the one thing I got to fix is a clip button. Do I want to stop here? Is there anything here of interest?
Hang on, be right back.
All right. It is a questionable wand, yes. I like traveling through storms on the planets in this spaceship because it sounds like someone's just pelting shit at the hole. There's nothing here. Hang on. No, nothing of interest. Just get up and out. Can't see shit. Unknown building. Do you hear it? It sounds cool. Oh, we're back. We're going around in circles. Oh, that looks sick. Do you know that feeling you get when it's like bucketing down rain? I mean, absolutely hammering down in the morning or something, and it's a Saturday and you've got the day off and you just sleep in bed. That's what this reminds me of. What is that? What is that? It's natural. But it just looks so man-made. It's all square and shit. Okay. Nothing on top. That is bizarre. That's randomly generated like that. Alright, we'll just continue on. Yeah, you just missed this weird, naturally formed square just out of the ground, like a big block. There's another one. And then they're not man-made, they're natural.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Ow.
But say, imagine if Uluru was
Have you heard of Foolaroo?
Uluru.
I'm not making that up.
Isn't that when you tell a kangaroo to go, hey, look over there, then you run away with his wallet?
No,
Isn't that how you Foolaroo?
as people were driving towards Uluru for the first time, there's another large rock formation which looks very similar, but it's much smaller than Uluru, and people stop, take their photos of that, and then go back, and they've been fooled into thinking that it was Uluru. That's why they call it Foolaroo. We saw it. It looks like a huge toothbrush lying down on its side. So it goes like this, and it goes up and down, and it's like, oh my god, it's a huge toothbrush. Oh shit, it's a sentinel. Got a chair just sitting out.
Oh, man, you see a couple of weeks ago how it was raining over there, and just seeing like all the rain, just all the water just on the side of Uluru. Incredible.
Yeah, I was not lucky enough to be there when that was happening. Seb says he's got to get some sleep. I'll chat to you tomorrow. Yeah, I got a few things I got at work that I got to talk to you about, which I've messed up. I'll talk to you about them later. Cheerio.
Seb. I also like how your hands just form right into the couch when you sat down.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very good.
I do somehow. I just feel like that there's something that they're not telling me. A message displays itself letter by letter on the screen. Interloper detection. Wall-mounted security scanners slowly turn towards me. Shoot the camera. Apply an override chip or cut input wires. 10 seconds. Make a decision.
Shoot the camera, that sounds odd, because don't you normally shoot with cameras? Yeah, that was lame. Not even worth
I
it.
applied an override circuit. You took too long to make a decision. I just went. I apply an override circuit to the security relay. Remarkably, my ad hoc wiring seems to work. The alarm stops and the terminal greets me with a full access. Okay, cool.
Terminal looks so much happier now that you've turned off the red light.
Yeah, and now that I've got the wiring set up.
Mom, get off the phone. I'm trying to look
How's
up
the
porn.
phone? I'm being detected. The freaking thing is in the room here with me.
Hey! It's like, I've got a sneaky suspicion that someone's broken in here.
Nothing to see. These are not the droids you're looking for. Alright, there's nothing else in here. Alright, I really should feel like I need to piss off out of here because there's just too many of those geezers.
Oh no! Just small like these.
Alright, let's go somewhere where it's really rocky. So we can get some ferret dust or whatever they call it,
Those
ferrite.
flying worms are just small.
Ah, yeah, you ignore shit like that in this game. I'm really interested to see what Starfield's gonna. I totally do not buy what Sebastian's saying. I know what he means that Peter Molyneux syndrome where they overhype a game, but that presentation they did, it looked too good to be overhype. Paulie Kwan kicking in with the question of the day. Hang on, while I try and find a place to land. Which celebrity would you like to see get their own game? Warwick Kappa.
Yee, yucky bono sumo simulator.
God, we're really going obscure here. There's absolutely nothing.
Here we go. You know how you get like those karaoke games, like those rhythm games where you use
Yes.
the microphone?
Yes.
You need sing star Darren Hinch, where all you're doing is just singing over the rant that he does.
Okay. I'm not sure. I want to see
not
Darren
every
Hinch.
joke works.
How old would he be now? Darren Hinch must be freaking, and he's still like, isn't he? He's no longer in Parliament now, is he? Or he?
I don't know.
I'm surprised you even know who he is.
Yeah. I'm not that old. I'm not that young.
you wouldn't be old enough to remember Hinch Tonight.
I remember seeing him mainly when they were making fun of the show on The Wog Boy. That's the best time I saw Darren Hinch.
Okay.
I believe by the time he was on Dancing with the Stars as well, wasn't he?
I don't know. That's that's not an image I want to see.
No, his dancing must have been a shame.
And again, you know about the shame. That just spins me out. That's from the 80s. I was in high school when that was going on.
All I know is I'm aware that it existed.
I've got not a personal connection to the Darren Hinch show, but something did happen in my area that was really nasty. There was this girl that lived down the road, and she was dating this dude, and this guy was an absolute piece of shit, right? Kicked down their door, he'd always be arguing with him and the mum, and they'll be always fighting. And we would just ignore it and just try to, like, not have anything to do with this dude. And anyway, they must have broken up because months later, there's a thing on Hinch about these young couple, and the mother had a daughter that was killed, and they were trying to work out how the kid died. And this guy was dating this woman, and like being with the family. You know, there's a kid that's not his own, but he was with her. And they were trying to put this story out that a bunch of youths attacked and killed the kid, and that was their story that they fronted up to the TV crews. And Darren Hinch was the only one that had the balls to get up and say, "I smell a rat. Something's not right. This is not adding up at all. We'll be following this up, and we'll be back tomorrow." Like, you cannot do that now. You cannot get on national TV and say, "I suspect that what they're telling me is a load of shit," on something
To be fair, I'm pretty sure he couldn't even do that back then.
No, he couldn't. And that's what made him so controversial. He has actually, in the past, he served time in jail because he was so obsessed with, like, certain type of crime, following certain type of crime stories and getting involved, that he would actually impede the investigations, and that's why he ended up getting put in jail, because he was affecting the outcome of the trial. So he probably meant well, but he was being an absolute ass about it. So anyway, that's my story with Darren Hinch, is that this piece of shit murdered the kid. It came out the next day. Hinch was right that he was lying and telling a bunch of porcupines.
Well, as you said before, it was pretty obvious that there was an abusive boyfriend in the mix.
He was a shithead. One of these kind of guys that when you talk to him, you can't sense anything registering. Doesn't laugh at any jokes. Always deadly serious. And just always angry. Always looking angry, and just something was just not right with him. Ah. Getting a notification. The stream's ending soon. Never had that before.
Oh, no.
We've got some rocks and shit. It's not a bad planet. Oh yeah, what should we name the planet? While we're here, we might as well name it.
Hinch.
Yeah, why not? This is how places got named, you know, when people were talking about stories, and they were like, "Yeah, well, that's what we're gonna call it." My favorite. There's two favorite Australian places that were named, and the story behind why they were named is funnier than the actual name itself. So you got Lake Disappointment, because they thought it was going to be much bigger, and it's just like, why don't you just Tell us how you really felt. like that shit. Like what the fuck? The other one is Manly. What is that? Manly was named because Port Governor Phillips, sorry, was in charge of all his men, his crew, and they had a meeting with a bunch of indigenous locals, and it was peaceful. No one fought. There was no like savagery on either side. It was just a meeting of curiosity between two kinds of different race of people. And when he finished with the meeting, he walked away from it and he said, I was so happy and proud of the way my men carried themselves that it was in such a manly manner. I'm calling that place Manly. That's the story. By the way, do you like this guy's cable management? He's actually got cables running up the side, pinned to the left there.
A bit difficult for my face.
There you go, that's a better view.
Nice. There we go. Yeah, that's definitely not some sort of workplace violation whatsoever.
Holy shit.
Oh, capital ship.
Yeah, it's big. It's a big ass freighter. Shit. Oops. Sorry, guys. We've told you about docking in the past. You can't be coming in so fast. Alright,
Only 40 kilometers.
Holy shit. It's a Doom dude. I have no idea what he just said, but okay. Crew,
this dude
interloper.
Be careful, that dude looks awfully horny.
Oh, jeez. Alright, so we've got a panel here, but I can't control it. Okay, cool.
Ah, now I know what they look like the Gears of War bad guys, but at home.
He looks like an online social media influencer.
Let's say it looks like Shrek.
Follow me on Threads and X. Is that what we're saying now? Follow me on Threads and X?
Sounds like clothing brands now, doesn't it?
This is weird shit. Okay, now we gotta. God, they're noisy. Shut the fuck up.
You what your crew really needs? They need cups of coffee and cigarettes. Next to a water cooler.
Alright, anti-housing. Oh god, I keep doing this. Okay, build. And then craft. Cannot build more. Oh, great. Alright. Well, it looks like we just got enough for a couple of jumps. We need a warp cell.
About to say, can you customize the color of your ship?
Just not really what I'm worried about at the moment. Alright, we got enough there for a couple more jumps.
Ad breaks ending, prepare to behave.
I always behave. You must build a fleet command room. I really don't know how to do that. It's a shame that I don't know how to do that. Otherwise I'd do that. Upgrade control. Oh. Base parts and upgrades. Here we go. Insufficient research tokens. How do I get research tokens? I need one salvage frigate module. More shit that I have to look up later. Oh, hang on. What was it? He said we need a control room. Well, there you go. I can custom to your heart's content.
Nice.
Was it the complete command room? Was that what he wanted? Hang on, let's just go ask him. He's just right there. Hey, matey, sorry, you know, these human ears of mine aren't that great. Can you just run that by me again? A fleet command room. All right. Stop nagging, you little weirdo. I'll get you one. You only have to ask me 30 times. It's all right. All right, so that one. What, the blueprint's already known? Well, how do I build it? Where do I build it then? Customize appearance, Reese.
Gotta love how complicated this game can be.
Wow, isn't it? Like, just ridiculous. It says its blueprints are known. This module is placed in an entire... Do you know what? I think you just got to go into one of these weird rooms. God damn it.
Ah, yes, the fish center.
Here, install technology. Raw materials. High value. Consumables. I don't know where this. How do you? Where do you go to install the rooms? I don't get it. Okay, I'll build you the room, but do you want to give me a frickin' bone here? I'm not good at this guessing bullshit. Did you hear him scream out as I was walking in? Right! I at least want to get started on building a room before I finish the stream. Look at this dude. What's your role, mate? Oh, I'm just in the middle of a Skype call. You're, yeah. He does nothing. All right, kind of cool. You think you've got a job there? We will plan many expeditions together, but first you must build a fleet control room so that you may talk to your fleet as they sail. Oh, I think I've got to go back to one of my bases and build it there.
Ah.
Which... Navigation Dunnan has prepared an expedition for my fleet, but my freighter lacks the command control room on it. No, it's got to be built on the ship.
You don't have to actually go outside the ship and physically attach it to the ship.
What am I building? I'll have to look up some YouTube videos.
What do I do?
Right, great. Do you want to stop squeaking for a little moment there and just help me out, dude?
Big ship. I don't have a lot of time. By the way, this is still a very long ass 16 minutes, isn't it?
I think it's 16 minutes in the creator's time, which translates into several lifetimes in your time. I think that was the whole point of what that guy was saying before. So don't take the 16 minutes so literally. Alright, I'm lost.
Imagine being lost in your own car.
This is kind of like the equivalent of not knowing where your car keys are.
But you're actually in your car.
and someone's
same
yelling out
time.
to you to move your car, I'm like, well, I would, but I don't. I'm sorry, I just don't. I don't know.
Move your fleet command room, warrior, you bastard! I'm trying
Captain,
to park here. Yeah.
transfer items from ship to freighter. I'll do that later. Actually, that would be handy.
Engage singularity engine.
I just want to build you guys a. Is that a hammock? Oh no, it's just some decorations.
Oh, I was just thinking something stupid. If the singularity engine got engaged, it wouldn't be singularity anymore.
Okay. What's the best starship bridge of any show that you've seen?
Like, as in command room? Like,
Yeah,
as in...
yeah, the bridge.
Ooh, I like the Enterprises one. I know it's basic, but still.
What, the
pretty fun
original?
one. Yeah.
I like the sound effects. The original. They sound so daggy.
Although, I was thinking of Star Wars with the Death Star, but I don't even know if that was that actually counts as the bridge. Like the room where Palpatine just sits in. That's more of just a throne room, isn't it?
That's a great scene, though.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at, do you know, okay, so you know what Aussie Gaming Experience does with the AI movie scenes?
AI detective.
Yeah, so we have at our work meetings where we got to do something as a game that everyone can play, and I've come up with the suggestion that, hey, we should do this thing that I've seen where you just get movie AI drawings and get people to guess what they are. So I've come up with 25 different images. Some of them are damn funny, just so dumb. Because AI struggles sometimes, like with the most basic ones. The one that it struggled with the most, and I thought it was odd, was The Wizard of Oz. How can you fuck that up? But
It's
it
just
fucked
a
it up.
tin man, a scarecrow, a lion, and
Yeah.
a girl and a dog.
And no, it screwed it right up. It drew the girl, and then it drew this massive dog next to it, and I'm like, small dog. How hard is that? I want to draw a small dog.
What is it, Clifford now?
And then the Tin Men looked like a toy robot, and the Scarecrow was just this tiny little scarecrow, and the lion was just an actual lion, not a. Right,
It's
yeah,
like
it's
they got
kind of
Toto and the scarecrow mixed up.
not really what I was after, but okay, I'll work with it. The funnier ones were Forrest Gump. It's just a white, sophisticated dude in a white suit sitting at a bench with a briefcase. And as soon as you see it, you're going to go, Forrest Gump? Yeah, correct. Ding, ding. What was another one? I copied, I stole Lucas's idea for Jurassic Park with just a cup of water.
The water cup, yeah.
And I demonstrated it to my team lead, and he couldn't get it. I'm like, dude, it's the fucking glass in Jurassic Park. How can you not know that? He just didn't get it.
That's the most famous scene from the movie too.
Yeah, I know, right? And what do you want me to do? Put a dinosaur with a fucking Jurassic Park sign on its head? We're gonna have to do another jump.
Oh, that would have been a funnier answer for Jurassic Park. Just have the guy stuck in the big pile of food.
Oh no. Oh, I've got no fuel. I've got to go to a local ampole.
And I bet you if it was a picture of like Jeff Goldblum with his chest exposed, people would have gone that right away too.
Maybe.
You know that scene from Jurassic Park got its own action figure, right? You got a sexy, buff Jeff Goldblum action figure from that movie now.
Look at this. This system was discovered 7 years ago.
Atlantis. That sounds
And
like
he's
a
called
system
it
that'd be cancelled now.
Atlantis. It doesn't tell you if they named it, and it even shows you that they were on PlayStation. It doesn't. I bet you it won't mention if it's a Xbox or Switch person that named it. Only PlayStation. I'm gonna end on that.
Oh.
I know it's kind of annoying. Such slow progress in this game. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is the end of today's stream. Thank you very much for dropping in. And once again, thank you to Mr. Emerald Rangers. I will try and sign in. I don't know why it's lost my sign-in capability. Hang on, let's try and sort this out live. Because what could go wrong? It wants on a sign up username. I don't know my username. No! My password is so complex I don't even freaking know it. It's not like something baby like pencil or something.
I know what it is. It's Jim32. Way to dox you there.
You got me. When are you coming back to streaming?
No idea, but I am slowly making content, pre-filmed content again. So it's a long process. Well, basically, I'm just.
I know it's a long process.
So.
You don't have to convince me of that.
I'm just really out of practice.
Nah, I was going to do a shout out. Oh, excuse me. I'm dropping off. No, I can't do it. It's asking me to sign in, and I don't know my username and password. And that's the truth. I'm not being an idiot. I actually have to go. It's a process to sign in.
Sad thing is, someone else on the internet probably does know what it is.
I hope not. One day I'll come in and I'll be streaming Bubsy or some damn thing. All right, let's roll credits. Thanks, guys. Let's get.
You can take my money. You can take my identity, but for God's sakes, you can't play Bubsy on my channel.
See ya. I'm out. I got nothing. Bye. Hang on. Roll credits. Dent. Oh no. Hang on. I can't roll credits and not have you in the background there. Hang on. I gotta copy you in.
You want me to do the Mario while the credits roll?
Oh, you can. Hang on. All right. These people are all good eggs. Let's get the sound effects going, shall we?
Oh, sorry. This way. They're down there. Microphone blocking my camera, so I can't bloody see where I'm pointing.
These people are all good eggs. God, that's loud. We have resubs and subs from Double Polyquan. And we had Emmett Rangers as a moderator. And Game Boy Bryant. And Spacey's Bot. Yeah, just those people, no big deal. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna look weird.
Ah, Tasmanian, I get it. What the hell? I'm just gonna cut it.
I don't even know what I'm doing now.
No, I don't know either. Mine has been Brian. I've been gaming since Spacey's. Bye.
Ow!